Mount Edgar, at the edge of Tibet, has never been climbed by its dramatic eastern wall.
The east face of Edgar is very imposing. It's scary looking.
For a team of alpine climbers, it's the climb of a lifetime.
There's not very many chances you get to pioneer a new route in an 8,000-foot face.
Yeah! This is like the lost Temple of Doom.
But in this harsh vertical world, it's a razor's edge between triumph and tragedy.
There's nothing we can do.
Big one coming.
Johnny Kopp and Micah Dash are one of the top alpine climbing teams in the world. They specialize in establishing new routes in the most extreme vertical terrain they can find.
Tackling a first ascent in the big mountains is the most exciting type of climbing. No man has set foot here. It's just pure adventure.
The things that Johnny and I are trying to climb, these are remote, unclimbed peaks. No barriers have really been broken, and you're there to break those barriers.
Once you're up high, it's full commitment climbing. Ends up being pretty intense.
Brr. Cold night up here.
Having climbed mountains all over the world, Johnny and Micah are gearing up for their biggest challenge yet. The unclimbed east face of Mount Edgar, near Tibet in western China.
This particular peak that we're going to, I think it's about 6,800 meters.
The east face of Edgar is steep. It's very imposing. We want to do something that's cutting edge, that challenges us to the core.
Doing a first ascent on a face like this will be one of the bigger accomplishments I've done in alpine climbing for sure.
For a trip of this scale, the process of planning, just doing the research on this very remote area, it was a daunting task. And it starts a year in advance.
Hey guys, what's up?
How you doing?
Good, Mike.
Good.
Johnny? Yeah, good to see you guys again.
We do just extensive research on trying to find these areas that are the most remote. This could be the holy grail of first ascents to be done in the next few decades. And I'm excited to be able to go over there with Johnny and check this region out. I basically have a photo on my desktop of this peak that we're going to climb, and it's been there for a year. And so all of my training and all of my climbing is driven towards this one focus.
You have to be at the peak of your game to climb in this style on the world's biggest objectives.
If you're not fit, you're going home.
We've been doing this thing called Mountain Athlete. Pretty exhausting.
Strong, Johnny. Come on, get it.
Connie, our drill sergeant, she's brutal on us.
Come on, Johnny, you gotta want it. Get it.
She's like the Mussolini of training.
Come on, Micah, finish it.
Okay, right into the push press.
Basically kicking our ass into the ground, making sure that we're as hard to kill as we could possibly be in the mountains.
Yeah, Micah.
I want to know that when I'm up there, the last thing I'm thinking about is, am I fit enough?
Good job, fight for it. Come on, get it, finish it.
You have this image in your head. It's kind of like this thing floating in the clouds.
Come on, Johnny, good job.
And you're shooting for that and you're working towards it. So it really inspires all the small parts of the process.
Good, Micah, there you go.
Little.
Good.
I want to feel strong. I want to feel powerful. I want to be as fit as I've ever been in my entire life.
Of course, the training is always ongoing, and that's, climbing ice.
No matter how cold we are, no matter how tired we are, Johnny is rip-rearing ready to go.
Yeah.
His strengths shine when it's the worst it can possibly be out. And that's a great thing to have in a partner.
That's fun. Micah just got done with a really wet waterfall pitch. It looked horrendous.
A little cold now.
Mikey Dash is hilarious. He can be scared and cracking jokes at the same time.
I should have stayed at the Boulder Rock Club.
And that's what's really great about climbing with him.
I've worn yarmulkes bigger than this baby spot.
Woo! Made it! Yeah, we're so psyched!
So we've been planning this trip to Tibet with Johnny and Micah for a long time. And there was never any doubt that we were going to send Wade Johnson as the cameraman on this expedition. He's really strong, great cinematographer. He's shot with Johnny and Micah a lot in the past. Those guys really love each other.
Morning, Wade.
Morning, Johnny.
Kind of guy you want to have out there in the mountains.
What do you say, Wade?
Full body climbing.
Johnny, Micah, and Wade, all of us hail from this super tight community of climbers in Boulder. We're like a family.
We share expeditions together. We share this vision of climbing. We party together.
Every year, somebody out of the family, it's their turn to get to go on a big trip and a big expedition, and everybody else kind of gets to live vicariously. This trip that Johnny, Mike, and Wade are going on is huge. I mean, it's a trip of a lifetime.
The first time I saw a photo of Johnny and Micah's objective, I was like, whoa. This east face of Edgar has a lot of snow and ice on it, a high degree of instability. You're definitely putting your neck out there, and there's not a whole lot of margin for error.
I don't really know of anybody having been in here. This is a scary place where we're going.
A lot of folks have been asking us, how, are you scared or something? Are you worried about it? No, I mean, every single time I throw something else into that duffel, I'm just like super psyched. I've been through enough situations in big mountains and walls that I feel like I can get myself out of anything that I get myself into. I know that's probably not the case, but that's how it feels.
Leaving home is always sad. It's emotional. I'm leaving, my girlfriend.
These are my gloves.
I'm leaving my life in Colorado to go do something that's dangerous. It's always a bit of a strain, but it's part of the program.
Saying goodbye to Johnny is emotional, but it's more exciting, I think, than anything else.
They'll try and buy you home and leave you with what's left. But I know what game I'm in.
Cool. We're way out here. It's pretty exciting. We're right on the border of China and Tibet. You can tell that they don't see Westerners at all up here.
We don't even know how we're going to get to the base of this climb.
Or
anything on the We have to kind of figure out how to get the porters together and get the equipment together to get it up high enough.
It's a really bad map.
First glimpse of the mountain. The peak is really, really big.
It's scary. There's a lot of potential objective hazards. Seracs, like hanging ice walls that we don't want to be climbing under because they can fall off.
I've been on a lot of expeditions with Johnny, and I've never heard him refer to something as being scary.
Even from a great distance is frightening, but also really exciting.
But as the team heads up the gorge, drawing closer to their objective, the mountain's dangers begin to reveal themselves.
These rock slides are fresh. You can see that one that just came down probably today.
Large boulders, embedded in a matrix of wet sand, are ever threatening to unleash.
Going up the gorge is like running the gauntlet.
Yeah, let's get the hell out of here. Water! This is scary right here.
Yeah, I just want to make sure we don't endanger anyone's life.
Trying to get up there to scout out base camp. It needs to be safe, so we can't be underneath loose rock areas or avalanche terrain.
Luckily, we found the only flat-ish place in miles to establish our base camp. Over 10,000 feet from the summit of Mount Edgar. It's a long ways to the top.
With the porters gone, the team is alone on the mountain, waiting for the weather to clear.
What are you doing, Wade?
Trying to use the power of the sun to charge our batteries on. May or may not work right now.
It's not in my nature to be patient nor still. And everybody's just kind of forced to sit at the same spot until we get weather. It gets a little aggravating for sure. Go ahead.
I know, I'm thinking about what I want to say.
Well, he's fucking rolling.
Well, he's gonna have to wait.
I don't think Mike and I will get along the whole trip.
Micah, can you look less bored? Like you're listening to Johnny.
He's being an asshole. We can't do this interview now.
But what we do really well is forgive each other.
Sun, 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 sun.
You want any of this, Wade?
Okay, let's put it on autofocus for you so you don't have to think.
All right, Wade, tell us, what do you think so far?
I wish we had better weather right now, but it's been good. We're gonna push the clouds away.